For World Cup fans Saturday, Iran held Argentina scoreless for 90 minutes with, brilliant defensive play. But in the first minute of stoppage time, superstar Lionel Messi scored, giving Argentina the win and a spot in the round of 16. The Germany-Ghana match ended in a 2-2 draw, and the Nigeria versus Bosnia game, that one is still underway. Nigeria holds a 1-0 lead about halfway through the game. Overall, it's been a World Cup full of excitement and surprises. Joel Richards is live in Rio de Janeiro with a look at a team that looks like it could go all the way. Joel?
Evening, Asia, from Rio, where really we're still yet to see a really firm and clear candidate, because all of the sides really have shown a few shortcomings. But of course there is all this talk that no European side has ever won in South America, so that means that we look to the likes of Leo Messi and Argentina, who we saw today, or of course the hosts Brazil as well. But there are several European sides in the running. Spain, the world champions, are out. England, you could argue, were never in the running at all, but there's the likes of France and Germany, but also Holland. They were the 2010 finalists. They've reached 3 World Cup finals in total, and they're playing some great football. So the question is, can they go the whole way this time round and even win it? The Netherlands has quickly become one of the most attractive teams to watch at this World Cup, with goals at both ends of the pitch. All eyes are on manager Louis van Gaal's team. Holland produced one of the most emphatic and impressive displays of the World Cup so far with that 5-1 win over Spain. Now, although there were defensive errors against Australia, with Robin van Persie and Ian Robin, they have 2 of the stars of this World Cup. Captain Van Persie is suspended for the final group game against Chile on Monday, a match that will decide who wins Group B. But Van Persie says that the Netherlands have already found the vital ingredient.
The main thing is to qualify for the next round, and the round after, and the round after that, and do well as a country, because as a country we got our belief back from that first game, and that's what matters, because the belief wasn't there in the whole country before the World Cup, and that's what makes me proud. We gave the belief back to our people.
Having played in 3 World Cup finals, Dutch supporters hope this can be their year. But there are still reservations that the team can win this competition.
To go for all the way, maybe that's a little bit too far. We think Brazil is very good. Argentina didn't start so well, but have a good squad. And there are a lot of teams who are surprising, but they're not from Europe. The surprising team from Europe is only Holland. I think we will be happy if we reach the semi-finals or quarterfinals. And to become world champion, we've been there 3 times in the final. We never succeeded, so nobody is thinking that we can go all the way, but maybe. It's still football.
The Netherlands faces Chile in its final group game without their captain. Having already qualified for the knockout stage, the team hopes to stay here in Rio right till the very end of the competition. So some caution there, certainly in the media, as we heard from one of the Dutch journalists there, and also from the players. But there is very much a feeling that in Holland there is belief in this side. And as we said just before seeing that video, there's no real firm favourite just yet. But what is very clear is, as every single match goes on, Asier, it really is a sensational World Cup, and one of the best certainly in recent decades, I'd say.
Sensational indeed, Joel. So what about what's on tap for Sunday? What's the match that's supposed to get a lot of excitement?
Well, of course, here in Rio, it's one of the really meeting points for most supporters who travel to this World Cup, and we do have Belgium against Russia here, but that's the first game tomorrow at Maracanã. But there is another game as well with South Korea and Algeria. But when it comes to the must-watch game, you've probably got to go for USA, not just for where many of you will be watching from, but also because it's against Portugal. Big question is, will Cristiano Ronaldo, the Real Madrid superstar, be fit? Will he play against his doctor's advice? But also, the United States have won their first game. Portugal, who are expected to go well, lost their first game to Germany, so they must win that match. So pick of the bunch then, most probably USA against Portugal.
All right, a lot of people will be watching that. Thank you so much, Joel.